Welcome back to Theresa's Gym. My name is Theresa and I'm very much alive. And I had to re-record the intro about 6 times because I said fuck about 96 times. And yeah, it's that kind of a day. So if you're new here, hello. My name is Theresa. I have a really bad mouth, like worse than a truck driver. And if you're not into that, that is totally fine. X out the video and we could pretend that this never happened. But I'll remember your time here fondly. And if you don't want to listen to my bullshit, which is totally fine as well, I will leave a time code somewhere down here. I don't know, it's a yellow box. You'll see it. And you can skip straight to the swatches and the review and bloopity blah blah. So when I got to work this morning, I looked like a giant wet dog. It was disgusting out. I sweat the whole fucking commute. There was no air conditioning. It was what I imagine a prison camp would feel like. And I get to work and I notice that there is a post-it note on my monitor. Now the post-it note looks like it was derived from either a small child or a serial killer. I couldn't tell the difference. So after a couple minutes of trying to figure out who the fuck wrote it, I realized it was Bob. And if you're not familiar with Bob, I'm gonna leave a link right up here or here, whatever. I don't know, just there's a bubble will pop up. Go watch the story about Bob if you're not familiar with him, but he is a coworker of mine. So after I've turned my computer on and everything, I actually wrote an email to Bob. Give me about 10 to 15 minutes and I'll come to you and we could chat. So about 30 seconds pass after I send that email and Bob just magically shows up at my fucking cubicle, scares the shit out of me. I screamed. And I said to him, Bob, you gotta wear bells next time, Jesus. He goes,
I could do that.
I said, Bob, it's a joke. He goes, I actually just emailed you.
Yeah, I just saw it. I just saw the email. So I saw your email, so I figured I'd come by.
Give me about 15 minutes or so, I'll come to you. I said, I just want to kind of settle in. I literally just got to work.
15 minutes didn't pass by?
I said, no. Maybe 35 seconds passed by. Maybe 40 now. Is it literally less than a minute?
Sometimes I don't know if I'm coming or going.
Aren't we all, Bob? I said, so just give me a couple minutes, I'll come to you and we'll chat.
Okay.
Doesn't leave my cubicle, instead stands and then taps his fingers on the top of my fucking cubicle. I fucking almost strangled him. Kind of dropped my bag and he said, okay, Bob, you ready to talk? Let's go talk. Let's talk. Let's talk.
Oh, great. I'm not bothering you, right? I'm not bothering you.
No, Bob, you're not bothering me. You're not bothering me at all. What do you want to talk about?
We can talk right here, or we can go to my cubicle, or we can get a conference room, or we can talk right here, or we can go to my cubicle. I'll get the conference room.
I said, no, Bob. I said, how about we just go to your cubicle?
That's a great idea.
I get into his cubicle, and there he is, and his keyboard is so loud and so crunchy. Crunch, 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 crunch. So literally he's like typing, but he's like fucking up his password.
I guess I don't know my password.
He literally tried 7 fucking times, and then finally his password came out.
Okay, so, what did you want to talk about?
I said, what do you mean? What? What?
You asked me a question a couple days ago.
Yeah. I said, do you want to talk about that?
Yeah. I wanted to ask you, how would you do it?
What?
You asked me this question about this QED report, and I'm racking my brain here. How would you answer it?
Bob, if I knew how to answer it, I wouldn't have asked you.
How would you answer it though?
Bob, I don't really know. That's why I asked you. What I asked you, you're the only person that can do it. So I don't even understand your job. I didn't say it like that, like a complete dick, but I was kind of just saying like, what you do is so specific. It has nothing to do with what I do.
Okay. But if you could imagine how to answer it, how would you answer it?
It's like, am I in the fucking Twilight Zone? What the fuck are we talking about? So I literally just kind of just stared at him blankly and I said, I don't know.
It's crazy because like there's so many ways that we can answer that.
Okay, so what are the ways?
Yeah, I mean, it's multifaceted and just complicated and synergy and...
He was just using buzzwords, like...
Synergy and combination of math.
I was like, what are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? And I just was just like kind of just nodding. I went, right. Wow. And I know I probably shouldn't play into it, but fucking this is my own enjoyment.
It's like we're in the Matrix.
I laughed because who the fuck says that? And he just stared at me blankly. Yeah, like that Keanu Reeves movie.
What movie?
I was about 30 seconds away from having an aneurysm, but I decided today's not the day to die because I have to talk about this Tarte pineapple palette. I literally just nodded my head and went, okay, I'm gonna go back to my desk and maybe we can talk later.
That's a great idea. That's a great idea. You brainstorm.
He said you brainstorm. Brainstorm. I think he meant to say brainstorm, but whatever.
You brainstorm, I brainstorm. We can just put our ideas together. We'll figure it out.
Sounds good, Bob. I walked back to my desk and was like, ask somebody else to do it. I was like, oh, fuck this guy, no fucking way. Sometimes I really question why people get hired. And I know it sounds really awful to say, but like, and I'm pretty sure you guys can relate. There are usually some people, and you just don't know how they survive. You're just like, how are you not dead? Like, how have you not fallen into a hole? How was your day? I'm so excited to fucking talk about this thing because it's a fucking pineapple. Yes, it's Tarte. Yes, I know. I have such a weird love-hate relationship with Tarte. Mostly hate, but I'm super excited to be talking about this stupid fucking pineapple. So, when you open this little tiny baby right here, by the way, it's a beautiful weight. It's so good. It's so bougie. It's so fucking me. It's not even funny. I love it so much. So when you open this bitch up, if I could fucking open it. On one side, you get 2 blushes, 1 bronzer, 1 highlighter, a dinky little fucking mirror that does not do this package any justice. And on this side, you get 24 exclusive, according to the Sephora site anyway, Amazonian clay eyeshadows. What's really nice is that there's a divider in between both the face side and the eye side, which is really nice because I was actually kind of worried that there wouldn't be a divider, so everything would be like one big fucking mess. But no, Tarte did their homework, and it's adorable because it's in the shape of a pineapple, obviously. obviously, because it's the fucking packaging, duh, Theresa. And it's attached to the palette, so it's not like you're going to lose this one day and be all fucked. For $59, you shouldn't have to deal with that. Let's talk about the eyeshadows first. I only used it a little bit, so I can't really comment on all the colors. However, I will say that the purples kind of swatch the worst. So I'm hoping that I'll have a better experience when playing with it, but I also know that purple is very difficult to create, much like yellow. Hashtag quest for yellow. But the shades that I did use worked perfectly. And I actually never used an Amazonian clay palette before. Maybe this is how I have to buy all my Tarte stuff from now on. I can't trust anything else because the eyeshadow quality, I feel like in this is way different from the other palettes that I have tried. The Love, Fairy Dust, whatever bullshit Polly Pocket palette, that I actually really like though. But the Aspen Ovard one, hot garbage! But that was my experience. You could have had a completely different experience. So it's actually funny because I really have like a love-hate relationship with Tarte because I feel like it's like real hit or miss. Sometimes they really work, sometimes they don't, sometimes it's just the same fucking palette over and over again, except with different packaging. I was quite surprised in the quality of these. Granted, they are not the best. They are not mind-blowing, they're not revolutionary, they're not gonna do your fucking taxes, they're not gonna kill your neighbor, they're not gonna do any of that for you. But they're able to provide a very nice look. So the ones that I kind of focus on today were more of the colors that weren't so neutral. I kind of went with like a green yellow look because I wanted to be in business today in the office. You have a very good mix of mattes and metallics, and you actually have a couple of duochromes kind of hiding in there, which is really awesome. I really like this. I was actually kind of surprised. I had no expectations for this portion of the palette because I figured worst case scenario, it sucks dog dick and I'll just have to keep it in the background and then be reminded that I spent $59 on bullshit. But I didn't. However, this side though, not really that excited about. So the bronzer is way too warm for me, almost borderline orange, Cheeto-y, Donald Trumpy. Not really into that, so I don't think I'm really going to be using that. So I'll definitely be using that as an eyeshadow. This blush I used today, still on there surprisingly. I like it, works out perfectly. I actually really like it a lot. This is a little too dark, like a scooch too dark for me, but again, I'll probably use that as an eyeshadow. Or if I do blush, it'd be very, very light-handedly because it is like, pow, fucking pigment in your face. The highlighter, super bummed out about because it is too, I feel like it's just too dark for my skin tone, so it looks kind of funny. But if I go in very lightly, it doesn't look that bad, but it's still, you can tell it just, I think it's meant for like light medium skin tone, not necessarily ghost people, so I'm going to be using that as an eyeshadow. So if you think about it that way, I'm only really utilizing this portion of the palette and this blush. The rest of it, these are kind of just giant eyeshadow pans. So that kind of sucks. And by kind of, I mean that really sucks. But so I think if you guys are in the light and medium range, I think that you'll have a better time with this. If you're in the deep range, I don't know. I would go see if you could check it out because I would hate for you to have to buy something that you're like, I can't really use. But the eyeshadows though are kind of worth it on its own. So, worst case scenario, use this as an eyeshadow pan like I do. Of course, it's not the most amazing thing because you want to be able to utilize every aspect of it, especially for the price point, but if you win some, you lose some. So the other products that you receive in this, a Deluxe Lip Quench Lip Rescue, which I feel is a fucking mouthful to say, god damn it, in the color pink, and it is pink, and I actually really like that, more so than I thought I would. It's very minty. It kind of actually reminds me of Winter Fresh Gum, so I don't hate it. The other thing you get is this nice deluxe size Lights Camera Lashes 4-in-1 mascara. Now, I love this mascara personally. I don't ever buy the full size because I get that mascara in so many subscription boxes that I've never had to buy a full size version. I know, I'm very lucky. And then the last thing is this Sex Kitten eyeliner. I've never used this because, as you guys know, I'm not really into a lot of liquid eyeliner. I'm more of a pencil bitch, so I can't really comment on this too much. Probably going to use it. It is adorable, by the way. It has like a little kitty cat on the top of it. It's really cute. But I'm not really into liquid liner, and I really like Rihanna's Fly Liner the best, honestly, followed by Kat Von D's liner. So I'm gonna definitely try it, but I'm just not gonna try it really anytime soon because I'm not really into liquid liner. And I guess that's it. So here's my only beef about it, other than the fact that some of the shades don't really work for my skin tone, is that so when you open the box, these three products are essentially wrapped like this and kind of shoved on the top. And I know it's gonna sound a little bitchy to say, but for the price point and the fact that it's supposed to be like this really cute Christmas gift, I thought it would have been nicer had they put them in like maybe like a little vinyl makeup bag that you could have stored them in there. I can't imagine that costing that much anyway to reproduce. I thought that would have been a really cute touch to it. I felt like the products were such an afterthought. When you compare it to the other weird octagon diamond thing that they're selling on the Tarte website, which is essentially this, except you get different products and I think 25 eyeshadows. That one, it looked like there are like compartments within the contraption that you can put the eyeliner and the mascara and all that good shit. I'm kind of like nitpicking at this point. I really do like this product. I'm actually kind of really surprised because I thought I was gonna really fucking dog shit hate this because I was like, Tarte sucks, whatever. But Tarte proved me wrong, and you know what? I got served. What can I say? So I'm very happy that I bought this. Not only because it's an adorable fucking pineapple, but it actually works and it looks good and the quality is pretty good. Like I said, not amazing. I don't want you to think like, oh my god, this is like the next best thing, but it's really good for what you get. So kind of keep that in mind. So I know right now, I don't think it's available until September 15th. So if you're a bitch like me that's into gaudy pineapples, I do not think you will be disappointed. Or if you're looking at a really good gift idea for this Christmas or Hanukkah or Kwanzaa or whatever fucking holiday you celebrate, Festivus, this would be, actually no, Festivus, they don't have anything, right? It's a pole and they fight each other. Never mind. Any of the other holidays that I mentioned, Boxing Day, that's a thing, right? Three Kings Day, whatever fucking thing you celebrate, this will be a great gift to give somebody. Or to yourself, fuck it. You need to buy yourself some stuff too. On that note, I'm gonna shut the hell up and end this video. So I wanna say thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it as always. Feel free to like, comment, and hit that subscribe button. It's free, and hit that bell icon for notification of all my future posts. And follow me on Instagram. Oh yeah, today I went to a bagel place. I said to the guy my name, and he said, from now on, you're gonna be called Tess. I didn't argue. I had a very good bagel this morning. It's probably the only highlight of my day other than this Tarte pineapple. So, whatever. Anyway, I will see you little pumpkins later. Bye.